Welcome to musicmoveit.com, and today we're going to talk about getting sponsors to sponsor your band, your tour, whatever. So, I've got a lot of comments of people asking about how to get sponsorship deals where, a company will sponsor you as an artist, or maybe they'll sponsor your tour, and it helps to pay expenses. Obviously, like I've seen artists get sponsorship deals for their tour. The sponsor will pay for stuff on the road. They'll pay for some of the stage setup. They'll pay for some traveling, and in turn, you obviously got to represent that company, whether it be banners in the back on your stage show, or if it's a clothing company, you wear their clothes on stage, you wear their clothes wherever you go, in videos, things like that. Now, a lot of artists and bands seem to connect with Red Bull, different guitar companies like Fender, or maybe like Guitar Center. I know some have gotten some sponsorships from them and things like that. So there's many different companies you can approach. But the thing is, you got to have some type of fan base. If you're just the average person doing opening shows and you don't really bring anyone in, it's highly unlikely that you'll get a sponsorship. So keep that in mind. If you have a decent fan following and you feel like you can work with a company that'll sponsor you and you'll both be able to help each other out, because that's the thing. The company doesn't really care about what they're going to do for you, but what you can do for them. So keep that in mind, because they're in this also to get something out of it. Now ask yourself some questions about the company you want to try to get to sponsor you. Now, will it fit your music style? The brand you put out? Like say you're a crazy, wild, devil worshipping act, and you're going to go to some company that's not going to be with that at all. Try to get a company that kind of goes with your style, if that makes any sense. And think, what could I offer them? Because you're going to have to pitch this to them. So what can I offer this company where they want to work with me, help sponsor stuff, maybe offset some of the costs of what we're trying to do? And it's important to have a good pitch. Now, to be professional, you want to have, basically, how you have a press kit to promote your album? You want to have like a sponsorship kit outlining things about your band or yourself as an artist. You want to have probably your bio in there. Maybe your social media stats, because that's important too, because some companies might want you to tweet about them. They might want you to, all kinds of stuff like that. So if you have a high social media following, state that. If you could bring in people to shows on your own, if you can either sell out shows or you just have a great fan following, list that stuff. If you sell a lot of albums and you have a great fan following that way, list it. YouTube, if you got a lot of views of your music videos, put that in there. It's all on the pitch. Now, you got to make this pitch tailored to what company you're going to try to get at. So, if it's Red Bull, if it's Nike, you know what I'm saying. Pitch to them what you can do for them. Like, we bring in, every summer we do such and such show, and the crowd is like 5,000 people plus, and we can put your banner behind us on the stage. We'll mention you on the stage. We can do social media mentions, all that stuff. This company will want to know. What can you do for them? Now, as far as the pitch, also, you're going to have to do like a folder full of stuff, almost like a press kit. Photo, bio, your stats, like I just all mentioned before. Put your business cards in there, all that good stuff. Sometimes, if you're a bigger artist, your company will want to meet you in person. You might have to fly somewhere. If you're a little lesser known, they might just talk to you over the phone. They might just want an email thing. When that's another pitch thing you could set up, is an online, almost like a digital press kit. Have like a digital pitch kit, if you want to call it. But you know what I'm saying. Have the stats online, maybe a separate website for sponsors or something like that. And they can look at everything, that with links to everything. That would be great. You can send emails to these people. A lot of it will be just calling a company. Say you have, I'm just going to say, say there was a guitar company. You want to try to get a sponsorship from them. Call the company, ask who you would speak to about that, because a lot of them will have separate departments just to handle this type of thing. So don't be afraid to call the main number of the company or email and ask who to speak to about sponsorships. They'll lead you to the right place. You can talk to the people on the phone. They'll tell you what they want to do, either meet in person or like an email, digital pitch type thing, talk on the phone, whatever. It's all about you just calling to find out. Be professional towards these people. Be on time if you're meeting them. Have everything together. Look professional. Don't just come empty-handed. Well, we can do this. Have a folder of stats, a beautiful, nice folder that they can look through, open up, nice printed color sheets. Look pro, like you're on top of your business. Same thing for if it's going to be a digital thing. Make the site look nice, where you have your links and your information about trying to get sponsors and stuff like that. Tell them what you can do for them. How can they get noticed if they help you out? And then it all comes down to what you're going for. Are you going for money? Will they give you a check to help sponsor a tour or albums, creating an album, stuff like that? Or are you going for just because you want to play their guitars? You love Fender guitars. You're trying to get a sponsorship. You'll play their guitars on the road and things like that. Or clothing sponsorship. You want to look good on stage. You want to look good at events. A lot of clothing companies will just give you free clothes. It all depends on what you're going for. Just contact the company and ask who to speak to. It's as simple as that. But have your shit together. Make sure you have nice stuff. Go to a copy place. Do something on your computer. Put it together nicely. If you need help, go to Fiverr.com. I talked about it before. People can help you put nice things together. If you have skills with Photoshop, you know what to do. Do it yourself. Or if you have a friend, that'll do it for you and help you out. Make nice stuff. A nice folder. Black and white or color 8x10 of you or your band, short bio, business cards, then have another sheet listing what you can do for this company if they sponsor you. What can you do for them? Will you pass out stuff at, and when I was living in Cleveland, there was a guy who did they called it spitboxing. It was a big thing. I think they still do it, actually. Big deal. Shout out to Suave Gotti, his name is, and he would do this weekly show, and he got a sponsor from Scion. It was a car company, and I remember he just had to, put the big banner behind the show, during the show, big banner behind him. He would pass out stuff with Scion's information on it, like postcards, things like that. And I don't know in turn what exactly, a lot of times they want proof that you're doing this. So I remember, he had to take pictures of people holding up banners and things like people at the show, things like that. And he did this for a while, and it seemed like a good sponsorship. I never really got in depth with him about it, how it all worked and things like that, or how much he got, but it seemed to help, him put on the show every week. And, it's just things like that. A lot of DJs want to get sponsored, maybe the turntable company. If you're a pretty good DJ and you're known, you can get a sponsorship. A friend of mine named DJ Ready Red, he was with the original Ghetto Boys, and he was like the producer DJ, and he got a sponsorship with some turntables company, and they gave him free set of turntables to use when he's doing his shows or when he's doing this and that. There's all kinds of things you could do with sponsorships, so don't be afraid to just ask. You got to call and see what they want. Discuss it and be professional. And I'm telling you, you'll probably get a couple no's here and there, but eventually you might get a yes and you'll be in. Just remember, you got to have some sort of fan following. They're not just going to do it if you got nothing going on for you. So keep that in mind. Now, if you like this episode, please give it a thumbs up. And subscribe if you haven't yet. Click the subscribe thing, click the bell next to it. It'll update you and let you know whenever we release a new video. Now, this video, it's sponsored by www.yourmusicrelease.com. You could download an ebook there. It's called Release Your Own Music, a step-by-step guide to releasing a full album. It goes from the beginning, where after you recorded it, all the way down to the release party, and after that, doing promotion after it's out even. Download that ebook. It'll help you out a lot. www.yourmusicrelease.com. It goes over things like publishing and copyright, all the fundamentals and, advice on how to promote and market in a timeline. So check that out today. Download it. And I appreciate you all. Leave some comments what you want to hear about next, and I will see you next video.